there is a proposition that the stability is good because it will allow the government to do its long-term progress. Noble, nice idea. But let's pick, for instance, this 13-year debt repair program that's been running.
Forever.
It's been 13 years forever.
Budget repair.
Budget repair. This budget is not going to be 22 billion. It's not going to be a cutback to 20 billion. I'm hearing through the grapevine that it's going to be something in the vicinity of the order of 27 billion. We're actually digging more holes. That's not responsible, is it? We're going to keep borrowing. When we borrow it, and we keep selling the future of this country to foreigners. IMF can put in a proposition because all Sabelo running country, even a Sabelo running country apparently. No. All things are all leaders, even a Sabelo running country, to all put in conditions. Tightening bell blue, tightening more better.
Okay, more.
That is this long-term stability. Like I said, in the bicameral system, it works naturally. Every 2 years they go to elections. Maybe the best way to go forward is to go to elections every 3 years. If you go back where people are refreshing mandate, believe me, 5 years might be too long.
No.
Maybe that's a thought you should take onto account. Fix the electoral system, for instance.
The voting system.
Fix the democracy. You want to fix democracy? You fix the electoral system. Maybe we should go to elections every 3 years, every 2 years.
No.
Well, people must check if you meet. You may perform or not. Not to tighten systems and constitutional laws so that we can enjoy a very long holiday in Parliament.
And transfer.
And remain unchecked.
Do no corruption.
It's suggesting that these VONCs are going to lead to unrest amongst people. Hey, maybe it's the other way around.
Correct.
I'm afraid if we don't allow our people the opportunity to express their views through a vote, they may take issues into their own hands and go to the street. We saw January 10.
You all costed.
I left the government because I thought there was a failure in the system. On that day, there was a lack of action. My city of Port Moresby was on flames. The WhatsApp group for government was silent. We are feeling helpless. People are finding it difficult to come to formal to catch the bus. Children come to school every day. Last week in Vanapabra, 6 people are slashed like animals. We have a serious law and order problem. Even in Hiri, Koiari. I'm so sorry with respect. I'm opinion blowing. We need to reset. This is a PIP. Hindi requiring of kissing habla banki na to. Na hindi prescribing law budget of 2024. Oh, okay.
No,
Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. And that was an equitable
Honourable Member, we have a point of order. Finance Minister, what's your point of order?
Well, they are always talking about DSIP and PSIP and all that stuff. This is a responsible government. We are retiring everybody. We are not specializing on targeting members on the position and targeting on the government side. We are giving it to everybody. We are giving it to everybody. My record shows that you have given everything. Everything.
Order.
I cannot sit down.
Order. Honourable members, order.
You talk nonsense. You don't know what you're talking about.
Honourable member for. Honourable members, order. I think the minister, Honourable Minister, may resume your seat. The Honourable Minister for Finance, your point of order is in order to make clarification to this House that every funds are to be given fairly to every members of this House. I'll let the Honourable Member, you've got 8 minutes to complete your debate if you wish to.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for letting me finish this debate. I won't take too much of your precious time. I mean, this time it is time you're after. But, Mr. Speaker, this is a very dangerous trend that this country is going to be taken.
And now,
I just wonder and ask the question to the coalition partners. Have you not offered better ideas to the good Attorney General to give a better solution than this? This is shallow.
Pokemon.
And Hiri will not be voting for it. My colleague MPs on this side will make their own decision, but Hiri will make a position clear for this country that will stand by the original ambits and the tenets of Section 145. We will not deviate. This is a country founded on a constitution, and its democracy must thrive on this constitution. You may look at treating Mozambique act of parliament, current come senisim or like. You should protect the law, handle them this constitution too. Matam this thank you, Loharam Duplana. Me hope was a more line, you will bless. But you can reset him, you will get out of 2027.
yeah.
The Honourable Member for the Honourable Deputy Opposition Leader.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Just to add to the debate, the good Attorney General, Deputy Speaker, has put forth an amendment for Section 145 of the Constitution, which, in my view, members of the House have to seriously question the motivation behind this amendment. What is the impetus of amending Section 145 to prevent the voice of the people of Papua New Guinea to be heard in the House? This is a democracy, Mr. Deputy Speaker. We have to promote disagreement, debate, discourse, deliberation. We have to disagree. We cannot allow this kind of flippant amendment to the Constitution for something that's just so important as the vote of no confidence.
And now.
The good Attorney General tried to qualify the reasons for making this amendment, talking about political stability, talking about a lack of confidence, talking about the socio-economic situation in the country. My good question to all honourable members of the House, is a vote of no confidence causing the law and order crisis up in Enga right now, for example?
And now,
Is a vote of no confidence causing that?
ask more.
Has a vote of no confidence prevented any foreign direct investment in the last 5 years?
And now.
Has a vote of no confidence caused that? No, it hasn't. It's a total lack of performance by the good Prime Minister and the Cabinet, this government. You just do not have any solutions for the suffering that's taking place in the country right now. And now you're coming here to say that, all right, we're going to be given more time, and you're weaponizing legislation to just keep yourselves in power. You have to, the good Prime Minister, you have to humbly reject this bill, take it back. You have to earn the confidence of the House, all members of the House, because I represent the people of Trava and they're part of Papua New Guinea too.
Absolutely.
And the same applies to all members in the opposition. Is there no members in government who are fit and capable to be Prime Minister? Wambla Manchula fit for Prime Minister? Huh? Why? No party leader stop, huh? Let's look at the track record from 2019 to 2024. You got to talk about facts. Facts don't have feelings. You've got the numbers. So why are we trying to weaponize legislation to stay in power? You've got the numbers. You've got to prove yourselves on effective policy implementation so that there's increased and augmented confidence in the Prime Minister and this government. And you haven't done that. Cost of living crisis, FX crisis, fuel crisis, law and order crisis. My goodness, it's endless. And you have no solution. And no shame. Coming in here now to weaponize legislation to just stay in power. Shame on you. Shame on you. It's a total shame. This is supposed to be an honorable House.
Honourable, we have a point of order.
The use of word weaponized legislation is incorrect.
You weaponize it. It is. How? This is the Constitution.
Section 111 of the Constitution allows for bills to be promulgated, processed, and passed through. Democratic process allows this debate, and it's got every right to debate. And at the end of the debate, the process will decide whether the law stands the test of scrutiny or otherwise. But he cannot use saying that we're weaponizing law. We're following the due process for the laws to be brought before Parliament. Cannot abuse this Parliament with fancy words like that, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Prime Minister, your point of order is, that I think the member is expressing himself from what he felt to debate, and I'll allow him to continue on with your debate.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I take note and I withdraw the term weaponized. But this amendment to such an important part of the Constitution, Section 145, is oppressive, and it will prevent the voice of your fellow Papua New Guineans from being heard. We represent people in this House, and so do you. And we are allowed to disagree on policy and the way this government is performing. And if we disagree, this is our pressure valve, Section 145. And you can defeat it, and you can defeat it. And we can amicably come in the collegiate spirit and defeat it on the floor. There doesn't have to be confrontation. There doesn't need to be camps. There doesn't need to be any hostility. We just come in here and talk about policy. And we will judge you only on your performance. And as far as we're concerned, your performance is lackluster. As far as we're concerned. And you can't sit there and then try to say that, no, we're doing great. So, Honourable Deputy Speaker, on behalf of the people of Trave, this is a sad day for the country and the Constitution, and I will not vote for this amendment. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.